Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our Undead Mage. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today, we're back in Ashenvale, and we're going to start things off with the Azorum Strand and the Naga that plague the coast. If we have some time later on, we'll move over back to Splinter Tree to work on those Ashenvale Outrunners and anything else that we have on that side of the map. Passing by Master's Post now, and we should be arriving shortly. Landing back at the outpost, let's check out the quests that we can pick up. A lot of these are going to be for Black Fathom Deeps, so we're not going to need them, but there should be a couple here that we can do.
Strength and honor.
Let's see, Vorsha the Lasher. This is an escort,
Victory.
so maybe we leave this one alone for now, because that one might be tough. This one's level 24, dealing with the Furlbogs. I've got Troll Charms, I think that's also the Furlbogs. Let's start with Naga at the Azorum Strand. There's an evil lurking here along the coast, Undead. It is the resting place of the doomed city of Azorum, long destroyed and submerged beneath the seas, lost and nearly forgotten. Now the Naga have returned, and for what reason we do not know. But reason matters little. We must defend the land we have worked so hard to claim as our own. Return to me with 20 of their heads. Throw the Naga back to the depths.
Be careful, man.
Alright. We've got, those two are dungeon quests. So I guess it's really just this one for now, and then whatever the follow-ups might be once we're done with it. Because the other two that we are interested in are going to be for Thistlefur Hold, which I don't think we're quite ready for it yet. We have to go into a cave-esque area, and I just feel like I'm kind of not ready for that right now. Let's collect our 20 heads. And we'll figure out where to go from there. If it ends up being the case that we just have this one quest and then we return to Splinter Tree, I think that will be fine. Sorceresses in the area will also cast Frostbolt. If we want to save a little bit of damage, we can use our Frost Ward here and there. Probably won't be too necessary. It's not a bad tool to have. Definitely loving how much easier this is compared to what we've been doing recently. The travel time was nice in the last episode. Gave us a break, but this isn't too far off, honestly. It's a very similar feeling. I was thinking about it the other day, how the leveling curve kind of works for both Horde and Alliance. And as massive as the Barrens are, you know, being one of the biggest, you know, second zones, well, definitely the biggest by quite a large margin. Having the Alliance having that third zone in Darkshore makes a really big difference when it comes to being able to only work on green quests up until around like level 30 or so. I feel like the Alliance have a bit easier of a time in that department. It could also just be that we're going too fast as a mage. Maybe I'm just imagining it, since the Paladin was just so slow, like offensively. We're definitely churning through these levels a lot faster, but I'm at the point where, you know, I haven't seen too many green quests around, so I think waiting to get that rested experience and make sure that we start to have that more and more frequently, if not all the time, is probably going to be the way to go until things start to even out again. It'll probably be a little bit easier in our late 20s maybe to find some stuff like this that we can do. Since these green quests are so scarce, it just feels nice killing these Naga just very painlessly. Just 4 more to go. It's also just relaxing knowing that the drop rate is 100%. Definitely helps. head that we need. Let's bring this back. Do some clams as well. Let's see what we can actually get out of those. Looks like just some regular clam meat. Which is fine, that'll work.
How you doing, man?
We could use more of your kind around here, Adelaide. Thank you for your help.
Be seeing ya.
Yeah, no follow-up for it. So it looks like we're not going to be coming back here until the Thistlefur hold. We might be able to do Vorosh the Lasher, but I would much rather wait until that quest becomes green to us. So we use our Hearthstone, which is actually back in a Splinter Tree. These mages are awesome, and we can put our Hearthstone wherever we want. Which is also a strange feeling. Alright, we'll deal with the Ashenvale Outrunners now. The quest says it's level 24, but I feel like I always remember the Outrunners being like 22. They are stealthed, so they're a little bit sneaky. But just in general, I feel like this area down here is a little bit safer than like the Thistlefur hold. But fortunately, we're not going to be able to do too much after this quest unless there's some sort of follow-up to this one. We can attempt to do the befouled water elementals, but that might prove to be tough. Disease. Time between attacks increased by 54%. Movement speed decreased. That's lovely. I don't know if that includes our spell casts though, as we just picked up our first Outrunner here. I feel like that might just affect our wand damage. I can already tell these Outrunners will be a little bit more dangerous than the Naga. Oh, and yeah, you know what? We gotta watch out for Sharp Talon. I forgot about him already. 31. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know if we would be able to polymorph him or freeze him at that level. Too much. I'll try not to spend too much time here. expect to start using some more bandages now too. Taking so much damage all the time. At least Cannibalize is actually seeing some use. Tip for anyone planning on playing Mage: if you're facing against a ranged enemy such as this, not a spellcaster, but somebody who's like firing arrows at you, using a Frost Nova to get into their dead zone. For those of you who may not know what that is, hunters have this issue too with their ranged attacks where they cannot use them within like 7 yards, I think it is, 7 or 8 yards of their target, which makes hunter leveling from 1 to 10 a bit rough, before you get your pet. But you can use this to your advantage because obviously melee range is less than 7 yards. You can't melee somebody 7 yards away. So if you hit just the right spot, between me and this like rusty chest here, if I stood like right here, and I used Frost Nova to put my enemy or freeze my enemy in place, you would be out of their melee range, and you would also be within their ranged dead zone, so they can't melee you or shoot you with arrows. It's a very handy tip that should come in handy throughout the playthrough. Those types of enemies are the worst. Because they're going to attack you faster than a spellcaster would, but still from range. So they're always going to be, knocking your spellcasting back and whatnot. And that's just not something you want to deal with, especially as a mage. So I'm going to go in Frost Nova, and I'm going to stand right about here. And you'll notice that the Outrunner can't hit me. I mean, now that she's popped out of the Frost Nova, of course she can now, but for as long as you can stun somebody hitting you with ranged attacks, they will not be able to do anything about it. Seeing any more at the moment. Probably wiped most of them out in the area. Maybe behind the Forsaken camp. Oh, hello. not like that noise, whatever that was. Okay, I think there's a player over there by that tree trunk. Stealth noise always terrifies. Oh, they actually helped me. It's good to know for the future. That was our last one, though. Oh, yeah, I think these guys are involved in an alliance quest, because there's no, like, vendors here or anything for us to take a look at. So we're going to go ahead and turn this one in. And maybe we'll go check out the befouled water elementals at Mistral Lake. Very good, Adelaide. Your hunting skills are impressive. The loss of those outrunners helps blind the Alliance, and when they lack intelligence, they are less likely to launch attacks.
Later.
Alright, no follow up for that one either. See, it's so tough. I feel like I'm like nitpicking here. Quest here, quest there. We could probably do the Guns of Northwatch. I don't like doing that quest, but I think we could do it. Who knows, maybe it won't be so bad. Alright, yeah, we'll check out Mistral Lake though. We'll see how dealing with those water elementals goes. Talked about it a little bit in the last episode, but hopefully these aren't the kind of elementals that will resist frost magic. Because if they do, we are not doing the quest, probably. Unless I go and pick up like Fireball or something from our trainer, but honestly I don't want to have to train it up if I don't have to. There shouldn't be too many roadblocks as far as that goes. Like, we shouldn't come across too many enemies that are going to be resistant to frost. Went down this path here. I think this leads down to Frobach camp-ish area. Over there on the right side. Looks like we'll encounter some wildlife along the way. wait a minute. This poison stacks. Oh. Yeah, this is not a great situation. Let's back up a bit here. Hopefully the wolf doesn't follow us too far. Oh, there's another one. Oh no. Guess we're gonna be running a bit further than I thought. Oh wait, this is not good actually. I don't have any mana. Okay, he's slowed. Oh god, I have nowhere to run. Okay, he ran away. Okay, a little bit too close there. I was definitely panicking there a little bit too much. I was trying to go for the polymorph so that I could use evocation and also like a bandage up. That would have helped. Let's try to be methodical about this this area. It's particularly unfortunate that we don't have anti-venom right now. I think we still have a ways to go before we can pick that up with first aid. This area was not this crowded before. We did see a couple of players come by, so maybe they ended up clearing a lot of it out before we got here. Yeah, this is very sketchy. We're facing off against a lot of 24s, 25s. It's maybe not the best spot. I really hate how these venom spitters stack their poisons. I actually got a large venom sac from that. That's used to make like the tier 2 anti-venom, which you don't even need until like max level. Just want to get over, just over there. Definitely want to avoid the spiders now. Wolves aren't too bad. All over the place. We're here in Mistral Lake. Let's clear a spot over here where this howler is. But here we are. There's an extra quest I think we can pick up from Tydros, if I'm not mistaken. Is that his name? And we do have to make our way over to the gazebo regardless. But we're gonna have to come up onto land probably pretty often, just to drink. I definitely don't want to pull 2 of these. Looks like I could maybe pull him. Oh, yes. Completely and utterly immune. Alright. So I forgot we can use blink to get out of that. Alright, well, that answers that. You know, if we really need to do it at some point, I'll pick up Fireball and just come back. But I definitely don't feel the need to get it done. So what does that leave us? What do we want to do next? There's not a whole lot more we can do in Ashenvale at this point, unless we want to attempt Toric's Assault. I feel like that's a horrible idea. And I definitely don't want to do it. So instead, maybe we do take on the Guns of Northwatch. It really shouldn't be that bad. We're not too far from Splinter Tree. So I suppose we could make the run. You know what? I don't want to carve a path out of here. And we're a mage. Let's just teleport to Orgrimmar. As soon as we deal with you. I also want to see what the talent respec costs. I still want to remain with Frost, but I really, really want to lean into the whole Frostbite and Shatter gameplay. So I was going to take my points out of Piercing Ice, which sounds like a bad idea, giving up 6% extra damage, but the points going towards the more frequent frostbites I feel like will improve our survivability, especially since I'm pretty sure you can trigger this freeze off of like an enemy hitting you with your frost armor. And I feel like that would be more useful. It's going to be really hard. Like this tree, the frost tree is absolutely packed with incredible talents. There's too many. And we could always pick up Piercing Ice again later. But I mostly want to put 5 points into Shatter, and I want to put 5 points into Ice Shards too, because we're going to be critting a lot more. Since I want to start freezing a lot more. Yeah, so... But if it costs too much...
Bye-bye now.
It's 1 gold. I can do that. That's fine. We can go fill those out on our way to Ratchet. I hope you guys enjoyed Ashenvale while it lasted. It didn't last very long, unfortunately. As all Horde characters must, we stick with the Barons for quite a long time. Luckily, it's a great zone. If it weren't, that would be horrible. Could you imagine if the Barrens was just an awful zone?
What are you looking for?
The history would be a lot different Horde side, I think. Alright, so what do we want here? We definitely want improved Frostbolt. Improved Frost Nova. And then we'll start putting points. See, like, what was I doing before? Oh, Permafrost. Yeah, we want this too. Cold Snap. And we've got 4 points left. So previously we had 1 in Frostbite, 3 in Piercing Ice. Let's put 3 in Frostbite. And then 1 in Ice Shards. And then our next 5 points are all going towards Shatter, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then Ice Block at 30. Dungeon quests. Ignore those. Yeah, I think the Guns of Northwatch, if I remember correctly, is just collecting some medals off the Marines that are inside. I'll find out in a second.
I am honored.
Yet another ship from my fleet has been lost to those overzealous humans at Northwatch Hold. Those bastards must be dealt with. Their paranoia has them in a state of frenzy. Trigger-happy, reckless louts are shooting at anything in their sights. Travel south along the merchant coast to the Hold and lay siege to their forces. Bring me the medals of their soldiers as proof. And for the love of my fleet, slay Captain Fairmount and her overzealous cannoneers. That's why. Okay, it's the 3 enemies that you have to kill.
Till next week.
We'll go check it out. I'm willing to work on anything that is green at this point, since we have so little to work with. Yeah, it won't be long before level 25 as well, so we're going to get another level. Advantage over whatever we might run into. And from there, we're definitely going to want to turn in the enraged thunder lizards. That quest. We'll see if there's anything remaining from that. There should be, actually. So that might be another good quest to take on. Everything else is kind of the same as far as what we could do next. It's like, which yellow quest do we want to do now? There's plenty of them. Going back to Hillsbrad might not be bad. We can start the Battle of Hillsbrad. Wrap up the Lion Blood. Engaging the hold. Some of these guys are going to be gray to us, which isn't great. I'd rather get experience. But maybe that also means that we'll have an easier time escaping if we need to. We'll have an easier time moving around the camp. Because we can use that increased aggro distance to our advantage. Should get a lot of linen cloth from this too, which actually we're kind of in need of. We really want to boost our first aid. Let's run a little test on aggro range here. This guy's level 16. If we walk right past him, is he gonna hit us? Yeah, we can get pretty close to everything. They still won't pull. Makes me feel a little bit better. Can skip a lot of this stuff and try to go after the captains. It's just good too, because we'll be able to like burst stuff down pretty quickly, even with like something like Arcane Explosion. Yes, the famous escort all the way back to Ratchet. I do not think we're going to do this one. Pretty sure I hear somebody upstairs though. Yeah, we'll try the other towers first. I don't want to take their kill. We do have slow fall as well, so we can jump from the towers fairly safely. It's very quiet in here, which kind of has me worried a little bit. Nobody home. Must have just been killed. Or at least not long ago. Yeah, they probably started with that tower over there, and then they made their way backwards. Starting to get some respawns. Maybe we'll chill up here for a minute. Give it a second. Maybe we'll go down a little bit, see if we have like a patrol or something that might spawn. Got a marine down there. I'm assuming these would all be friendly to the Alliance. Not that the Alliance would ever really come down this way, but I do wonder if there are any vendors here. There he is, Cannoneer Smythe. Just pushed him down. Oh look, he's got a medal as well. Cool. And we'll use slow fall. Should be able to avoid the sky below us. Let's head over to the far tower next. I don't think I've ever been this high of a level before dealing with this quest. And yeah, I gotta say it's pretty easy to stomp this place out, I guess, when you're nearly 10 levels above some of these guys. Like I said, though, it's unfortunate that I'm not going to get any experience for it. Apart from the named NPCs we need to kill. Wesson is down. And now we just need Captain Fairmount. Slow fall again. Should be able to get pretty close to her doorstep. See some dead bodies here and there. Looks like whoever players are here are coming back down the stairs though. They're going back up. Getting our tag might take some time. I'll help them out. Oh, is this like a... Is this a hyperspawn location? Maybe that's why they're here. So everybody came back very quickly. Hopefully we can say the same for Captain Fairmount. Because Yeah, I don't know why they would come back down the stairs and then go up. We could take on a few others while we wait. Could also work on first aid as well. And we're still about 20 points off. Be able to get that anti-venom. Got a decent amount of wool cloth now as well, so gonna be doing some tailoring soon too. Yeah, we can make the bolts of wool cloth now. I'm gonna need to find a small lustrous pearl. I can't remember if we had gotten one or not and put it in the bank. I don't think we've gotten one, but that would be nice to have. An extra 3 intellect would be huge. Be the best cloak we would have for quite a while, I think. Overall, I just want to see if I can gather up some more recipes too soon. Sorry, we can make bags too. We can actually make those now. Just need some fine thread the next time we get back to settlement. Respawn at least. And another. Hopefully soon. God, I love how consistent Frostbite is now. This is so much fun. Hoping that upstairs here is the only place that Captain Fairmount can show up. It'd be a little awkward if she was like downstairs or something. Waited quite a long time for you. And that is the Guns of Northwatch. Nice. Fortunately, we can't really easily get out of here. Can still slow fall, I suppose. I don't feel bad about not clearing out every single thing here. Alliance chest. Interesting. I've never seen a chest called that. Suppose we should look at it. Too special, probably a typical battered chest. Alright, let's get out of here. So another weird day today. We definitely made a lot of progress on the Zoram Strand, probably most of it, which was definitely good, but we've already run out of quests that we can really do and really sink our teeth into. And we'll turn this in. Should hit 25. If not, then turning in the Enraged Thunder Lizards should put us over the top there, I think. We'll probably take care of that at the beginning of the next episode. And then we'll pick up the follow-up, which I'm sure there's at least one more. And once we complete that one, then we'll have to make some decisions. Maybe we'll just take on the Southern Barons and try that out. Betrayal from Within and Weapons of Choice. Those are labeled as level 24, 25. I think that might be another quest, though, where the enemies are actually, at least most of them, are probably like 22. Some of them might actually be green to us by the time we hit 25. So that might not be a bad idea. There's also plenty of space down there. Should be a lot of avenues for escape. At least for the Quill Boar. Gen's reclamation, that dig site might be a different story.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend.
Alas, the Righteous Alliance guns have been silenced. You shall be rewarded for your aid, Adelaide. Now to tend to the grim task of recovering the bodies of the dead.
Be careful.
Yeah, just barely didn't get it. But that's okay. I guess we'll park ourselves right here for now, and that is going to do it for me for today. Like I said, I think we'll take on the Southern Barrens in the next episode. I think out of all the yellow quests we have available to us, you know, plus a couple of green ones maybe at Camp Trajo, it's probably our best bet right now to take on hopefully a decent chunk of level 25, and then we can go from there. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you back in the Barrens. Take care.